Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a groundbreaking development in decentralized finance, DeFi. If you've ever wondered how trust works in a system where no one knows your real name, this is the video for you. Here's the problem. DeFi platforms like Uniswap let people trade crypto without banks or brokers. But how do you know who to trust? Traditional credit scores rely on things like bank accounts or IDs, stuff that doesn't exist in DeFi. That's where this new research comes in. The team behind this study created something they're calling zScore, a way to rank crypto wallets based on their on-chain behavior. Think of it like a digital reputation score, but instead of your credit history, it's all about how you interact with DeFi protocols. Let's break it down. There are two main types of users on Uniswap. Liquidity providers, those who lock up their crypto to earn fees, and traders, people swapping tokens. The zScore system gives each wallet a dual score, one for liquidity provision and one for trading activity. How does it work? First, they analyze behavioral blueprints, like how often someone deposits or withdraws liquidity, how long they hold tokens, or how frequently they trade. These are basic rules that make sense intuitively. But here's the clever part. They feed this data into a deep learning model, a type of AI that gets better at spotting patterns as it learns. Wait, but why use AI? Well, DeFi is complex. The same action, say depositing liquidity, can mean different things depending on the pool's size, fees, or market conditions. The model accounts for this by incorporating pool-level context, like how much money is locked in a pool, TVL, or its fee structure. This helps the system understand that a big pool and a small pool might require different evaluations. The researchers also added a twist. They inject noise into the data during training. Why? To make the model more robust. Imagine teaching a kid to recognize dogs by showing them slightly blurry or distorted pictures. It forces the model to focus on the core features, not just random quirks. So what's the big deal? This system isn't just about scoring wallets, it's about context-aware trust. It could help DeFi protocols design fairer incentives, reduce risks, or even create better lending systems. And unlike some black box AI models, this one stays transparent by starting with clear rules before letting the AI refine things. In a space where anonymity is the norm, tools like zScore are helping build the trust needed for DeFi to scale. It's a reminder that even in the wild west of crypto, there's a growing focus on fairness, transparency, and smart design. Thanks for watching. If you want to dig deeper into how this works, check the links in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the future of finance. See you next time. Ever wondered how DeFi platforms figure out if a user is a seasoned liquidity provider or a casual trader? Or how they spot suspicious activity like wash trading? Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking approach that turns on-chain behavior into a measurable, interpretable score, like a digital fingerprint for crypto users. Let's break it down. At the heart of this system is something we call a behavioral blueprint. Think of it as a roadmap that maps out how different actions in DeFi, like depositing tokens, swapping assets, or withdrawing liquidity, affect a user's score. But this isn't just random guessing. It's grounded in real DeFi mechanics. For example, if you're a liquidity provider, the blueprint tracks how much you deposit, how often you withdraw, and how long you hold your tokens. For traders, it looks at swap volume, token diversity, and even how complex your trade routes are. Here's the clever part. Instead of using rigid rules or black box algorithms, this system uses soft, role-aware scoring. It's like a flexible grading rubric. High scores aren't about one perfect action. They're about consistent, balanced behavior across multiple dimensions. And it's adaptable. If a user's activity changes, the score evolves with them. Now, how do we turn this blueprint into a working model? It's a two-phase process. First, we generate initial scores based on the blueprint's guidelines. Imagine giving every wallet a starting grade, based on things like deposit frequency or swap diversity. But here's the twist. We add a little noise to these scores. Why? To teach the model to handle real-world ambiguity, like edge cases where behavior isn't clear-cut. Then comes the second phase, a deep learning model called DeepML-PyResNet. This isn't a magic box. It's a structured network that learns from the noisy scores we created. It's like a student refining their grades based on feedback. The model processes features like transaction patterns, wallet age, and pool dynamics, gradually sharpening its ability to predict scores. And because it's built on the blueprint, we never lose sight of what each score actually means. So does this actually work? Let's look at the numbers. For liquidity providers, 91.79% of predictions fell within a 50-point range of the true score, accounting for natural behavior variation. For traders, it was 90.83%. But the real win. The model didn't just mimic the blueprint, it learned to generalize. High scores correlated with disciplined, long-term behavior, like holding liquidity for months or trading a wide range of tokens. Low scores. They flagged sporadic, risky, or suspicious activity. This isn't just about ranking wallets. It's about creating a fairer, more transparent DeFi ecosystem. By tying scores to real-world behavior, platforms can better assess risk, reward genuine participants, and imagine you're trying to figure out which DeFi users are truly active participants versus one-time tinkerers. How do you separate the serious players from the casual visitors? That's the challenge our research tackles, And the answer lies in a clever scoring system called zScore. Let's break it down. First, we validated our model by testing it on wallets it's never seen before. This residual analysis showed the system could reliably spot strategic behavior, like consistent liquidity provision or smart trading, even in new data. But here's the catch. Some wallets have zero history, just a single deposit or swap. These dusk users don't reflect real patterns, so we filtered them out. Think of it like ignoring a student who only showed up once. No way to judge their true performance. Our team then tested this framework on over 50,000 Uniswap v3 wallets. The results? A detailed report, linked in the description, that dives into how users interact with DeFi. It's like a behavioral fingerprint. Who holds tokens long-term, who trades aggressively, and who's just bouncing around. This isn't just theory. It's a roadmap for understanding real-world crypto activity. But this is just the start. The next big step. A unified zScore that works across all DeFi platforms. Imagine a single metric that tells you if a user is a trustworthy liquidity provider on Uniswap, a responsible borrower on Aave, or a strategic trader on DEX aggregators. That's the future we're aiming for, where reputation isn't locked to one protocol but travels with you across the decentralized web. Why does this matter? Because DeFi's strength is its openness, but its weakness is trust. zScore could help build systems where users are rewarded for consistent, responsible behavior, whether they're staking, trading, or lending. It's a step toward a more fair, cooperative crypto ecosystem. So what's the takeaway? By blending clear rules with AI-powered insights, we're creating a tool that's both transparent and adaptable. It's not just about numbers, it's about understanding the human or automated behavior behind the blockchain. And that's what makes zScore a game changer for the future of decentralized finance. Want to dive deeper? Check the link in the description for the full validation report. And if you're curious how this could shape the next era of DeFi, hit subscribe, because the future of trust is being built on-chain, one wallet at a time.